sometimes the first batter doesn't indicate the tone for an entire series, but
that one did.
This
Sometimes
time
it does.
it absolutely did.
Sometimes it
It
does.
was the first of 9 home runs that the Padres allowed to the Philadelphia Phillies in the series, and Joe Musgrove unfortunately gave up 4 of them in 3 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned runs allowed. His ERA is up to almost 7 this season, and I think the biggest cause for concern is that there's no necessarily injury that's causing it. There is a small dip in velocity, but there's no real reason to explain it at the moment. Joe Musgrove simply has not been Joe Musgrove to start this year. And if he does not turn it around, the Padres don't really have the pitching depth this year to overcome one of their top, most consistent performers not coming through. And I totally disagree with Jed in our chat, who says, Musgrove has 60 career wins and 57 career losses. He's average at best, but the only thing Padres fans remember is the no-no. That is completely false. Joe's ERAs with the San Diego Padres, 3.18, 2.93, 3.05, 11-9, 10-7, 10-3.
It's a little better than average. Yeah.
Joe has been outstanding with the Padres. Yeah, he took a couple of years figuring out his way when he was first with the Astros and then with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Playing for bad teams, you're also going to not have great records.
Being the Pirates,
you can't simply look at his career record of 60 and 57 and say he's been an average pitcher. He's been a far above average pitcher in Major League Baseball the last 3 seasons. The Padres rewarded him for both that and his strong leadership role on the team by giving him a $100 million contract extension for 5 years. And they need him now to pitch. He doesn't have to be a Cy Young Award winner to justify that deal, not by a long shot. But he needs to be a guy who's, again, pitching to an ERA in the 3s somewhere. And
Hell, even 4 at this point.
And giving you an opportunity to win games. And right now, Joe has not been doing that through 7 starts. Again, 6.94 ERA, 1.66 whip. Just the base runners, the extra base hits, they've been jarring to see what Joe has been giving up this season, unfortunately.
It's been terrible, really, at night this season. It's been great during the day. 2-0 with a 2.77. So you can't really just pitch Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove's a guy that needs to be able to take the ball on a Friday night after a devastating loss in Colorado. And listen, again, it's a really hot Phillies team. We all know that, but you got to be able to get through at least 5-6 innings, keep your team in the game, and it just didn't happen. It did not happen. So I don't know. I had a guy yesterday, the first baseman of the team we were playing with, straight up asked me, what's wrong with Joe Musgrove? I said, buddy, if I knew, I would not be here. Trust me, I would be in the lab with Joe Musgrove, helping him figure it out. He says, it's frustrating. I'm not discouraged. I got no problem working hard and finding my way out of this. I've been here before. I'll get back to where I need to be. Is it a feel thing? Is it because the spinners aren't spinning, and when they do spin, they spin right over the heart of the plate, and they just get pummeled. And that's what's happened to Joe right now. So I really don't know. I really don't know what it is. I wish I did.
For those fans out there who always point, though, to the Padres just don't care enough when they struggle, say that to Joe Musgrove's face.
Yeah.
Say that Joe, the reason he's struggling is that he doesn't care enough. I dare you to say that to Joe Musgrove. I don't think any of us has any doubt about how much Joe wants to win for his hometown.
No doubt.
For the San Diego Padres, for his community, and the kind of guy he is, the kind of leadership that he provides, the stand-up person that he is. That does not prevent you from struggling in Major League Baseball at times.
This quote, I mean, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of that about Joe.
No, I haven't, but you see it about other players.
But he says cutting back on those numbers of pitches you leave over the middle is important. I got to be a little better. I'm excited. I'm ready to put in some work. I'm tired of feeling like this after starts, so I'm ready to earn it. It's a good mentality to have. The execution obviously needs to be there, and it has been at times this year. There have been times where in the wins that he has, you haven't felt like he's had good stuff all year. He's found a way to win those games.
Yeah.
For him,
strikeouts are down.
He's a guy that needs to keep us in the ball game, and it just didn't happen on Friday night, and it sucks. It sucks to see because I love Joe too, and believe in him and think that he can do it. You hate to see one of your guys, falter like that and struggle. So he's searching right now too. I'm going to have his back. I'm looking forward to his next start. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do between Friday and his next start, which will come very soon this week. So We got to have him. He knows that.
Just remember, when Michael King struggles and gives up home runs, it doesn't necessarily mean it's because he doesn't care enough.
Right.
They are struggling right now. It may be mechanical. There may be some other issue that they haven't figured out yet. But the Padres pitching staff had a really rough weekend against a good team in the Philadelphia Phillies.